Download. I'll take half an hour today. Tomorrow I will take the normal classes. Okay. Preeti?
Yes, sir. Today only
Preeti,
half hour.
Yeah. So Preeti, tomorrow 8 a.m. is okay for you to attend the SQL server?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Timing is no issue, sir, because my working time is 2 o'clock.
Okay. Do me a favor. Tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, you can join the same link where
Yes.
SQL server will continue. Okay. 8 to 9, 9:30
Yes.
to 10, we will continue with the C#. Okay.
Okay, fine, sir.
So, so if you open a program, go to File, New Project, okay, and say Console App, click Next, and then go to E Drive, go to vid.net, patch 3, C# code snippet. There you go and say, select the folder, say the name is sample main method execution. Okay. I'm giving main method execution. Okay. Create next. And I'm using a long time support, create. So now go to Solution Explorer, click on the program, delete. Right click, delete. Okay, I am adding a method called class called program. Okay. I'm adding a class called program. In the program class, I'm trying to build the project. When I'm trying to build the project, you see there is an exception. What is the exception, Preeti?
Method not contained. No?
Read properly.
Program does not
Program
contain
does not contain a static main method suitable for entry point. It means that when you create any executable project, we need to use main method. So I can say void main
method.
Okay. Now, when I build the project, again, I'll get an exception saying that please use static.
Static main method.
Okay, always use a static. I'll tell you why. What is the purpose of static in future? Don't worry about it. Okay.
Yes.
So you need to use any program. You 80% of the 90 to 95%, it should be available in program class main method. Okay. Sometimes they may create their own class. In that class, they may use main method. Okay. So if you go here, main method is an entry point of any project execution. Got my point?
Yes.
For next purposes, the main method is an entry point of .NET. In the .NET framework, they made a registry as main method as entry. Or you got my point? Main method will be available in program.cs file. So if you have a main method, I'm just going to welcome you console.writeLine. Console.writeLine. Welcome to .NET Learning. Welcome to .NET Learning. Okay. So when I use welcome to .NET Learning, I can go and build the project. When I try to run the project, say it is printed welcome to .NET Learning.
Yes, sir.
Or you got my point? So here, I'll write here system dot console dot write line is a method. Okay, is a method to display data to the user. To display data to the user. Or you got my point? Example, system is the namespace. System is a namespace which is predefined in where? Which is predefined in where? .NET framework. Got it?
Yes.
So if you go and see, right click, go to definition. You see from which namespace console class is created? From which namespace the console class is available? Under system namespace, console class is available. In the console class, you see there is a write line method. You see there is a write.
Yes, yes.
You see there is a write line method.
Yeah.
If you look into that, if you look into this one, the write line method, go to implementation, out.write line. It is saying that it is go and print the data into the console command prompt. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the predefined class which are available. So basically using a .NET framework, which are already available certain methods in which you are going to customize according to your need. Here, you can also see console.readline. Okay. Read line is nothing but reading data from the user. See here, read the next line of character from the standard input stream. Will you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so read line method is used to use it. So here, console is a class from the predefined system namespace. Correct? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Console is a class from the predefined system namespace in .NET framework. In .NET framework. So another one is what? Write line is a method. Write line is a method under a from the predefined console class. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir. Console class.
Predefined console class in a .NET framework. So what is the purpose of write line method? What is the purpose of write line method? This method is
showing
used to print a value in the command prompt terminal. Command prompt terminal, right?
Yes.
Or you got my point? Where,
yes,
what is the read line method? Read line is a method from the predefined console class in .NET framework. Console class in a .NET framework. Got it? This method is used to, this method is used to accept a value from the user. Accept a value in the command prompt terminal. In the command prompt terminal. Command prompt terminal. Sir, how to get value from the command prompt terminal? To get value from the command prompt terminal, we need to declare a variable. So how to declare a variable? What is the purpose of declaring a variable? So how to declare a variable? For example, you see, welcome to, here, I want to read the data from the user. So I'm going to say string name equal to string dot empty. String dot empty. Okay, this is my variable declaration. To get the value of name, I'm going to use console.readline. Got it?
Yes.
So what will happen? I received a name. I'm going to print you saying that welcome to .NET Learning. In between welcome to .NET Learning, I'm going to use 0 like this, comma. .NET Learning from Narendra. I can simply say .NET Learning from Narendra. Here, I'm going to pass the variable saying that name. I'll tell you what is that. Okay. Now, if you run it, it is asking a value. So I'm going to say Preeti. Enter. So what it is saying, welcome Preeti, .NET Learning from Narendra. Got my point? The text has been created properly or not?
Yes, yes.
Or you got my point? So you understand what is read line?
Yeah.
The read line, whatever the data you are typing and pressing on enter, that will be stored into a name variable. So what basically happen is the read line will read the value and send and store it in a variable called name. Or you got my point? So before going to do that, what is the purpose of declaring variable? What is the purpose of declaring variables? For that, I had given a statement here. So what is data type? It is used to create memory in the RAM. I got my point. I'll give you some example. You want to watch a movie. Will you need to buy a ticket or not?
Yes, of course.
Why you have to buy a ticket? What is the reason behind to buy a ticket? Can you practically tell me?
Without ticket, they are not entering.
So without ticket, they cannot able to entry. On top of that, they will allocate a seat for you when you are buying a ticket, right?
Yeah.
It means that Priti want to watch a movie. Okay. When Priti want to watch a movie, she should sit in a seat. For that, that is the place where she has to go and sit, right?
Yes. Particular seat they are provided, right?
Am I right? So is it a memory for you or not till that particular movie completion?
Yes, yes.
Got my point? Similar fashion, data type is used to create number of bytes in the memory. Data type is used to create number of bytes in the memory. Now, to hold that memory, we need a variable. To hold the memory, we need a variable. For that, you are having a ticket. Right?
Yes.
Now you understand what is variable? It is used to hold the memory in the memory location, which has been created by data type.
Data type.
Because seat has been created. How to hold that memory? With the help of
variable.
So here, string name is a data type variable. String is a data type, name is a variable. Or you got my point?
Yes.
So string will help you to create memory in the memory location. String will help you to create memory in the memory location. Name is the variable which is going to hold the value. You got my point? So that is the reason we are using the string and name. Now coming back to here, you can go through the third class, you can understand now different type. What are all the different types of data types? Different types of data type. Okay, one is integer variable or literal data type. Literal data type. So in the literal data type, these data types will accept only numeric value. Got my point? Will accept only numeric values. So what are all the data types are there in numeric value? I have int 16, I have int 32, I have int 64. Sir, I want to understand what is the maximum value I can use these values. So what I'm going to do here, I'm removing everything. I'm just going to use simple statement console dot write line saying that get the max and min value. Get the max and min value of listen carefully, int. Okay, here I'm going to use my max value. Simply say like this 0. My min value is 0. Okay, now I'm going to use in between comma enter. I can say int dot. You see max value, comma int dot. You see min value. Okay. Now what will happen? What is the maximum value you can hold for a variable int? Data type int. What is the minimum value you can hold for a data type int? Now, if you go and test it, build, run. This is the highest value which you can able to hold. You see here, get the max value of, this is the values you can able to hold it. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Or you got my point? I think something wrong. Yeah. Both are max, I believe. No. Okay. Now, sorry, here you should give 1. That is the problem. Now you can go. You see, the maximum value you can hold is 2 something, 383 lakhs crore, billions of value. The minus of billions of minimum value you can hold for an integer. Similar fashion, you can have one more called int 16. You can have one more call int 16. So I'm going to use int 16. Here I'm going to use 16. Okay, copy this, paste it. Now try to see what is the maximum value you can hold in 16. This is most important. Practically, you need to understand. You see here, 32,767 will be your maximum value. Minusly, you can use 32,000. Sorry, Preeti, net got disconnected. I'm apologized.
Yes, yes, sir. No, no issues.
So now if you look into here, you see the maximum of integer 16 is you can hold 32,000. Sir, what if I'm holding integer 32? I'm going to use integer 32. So I can use here 32. Similarly, what if I'm going to hold integer 64? So this is the maximum value you can hold in for the variables, okay?
Yeah.
80% team will use 32-bit. Okay, maximum when they are declaring, they will use 32-bit. Okay, so try to use 32-bit so that it will be easy. Okay, clear, ma? Pretty clear?
Yes, sir.
So now, if you run the project, you see this is the value. Now, if you look into here, which one is greater? Both 32 and int are same,
Yes.
right? Both
Yes.
32 and int are same. When you
Same.
use 64, it is
64.
basically a 64-bit value. When you use 32-bit, 32-bit value. Okay, so this is called integer data type. Now you got my point? Now
Yes.
I'm copying this code. I'm going to keep it here so that for your notes you can understand. The next data type is Boolean data. No, decimal data type. Decimal data type, in which you will have double is one of the data type. Another one is float is one of the data type. Another one is decimal is one of the data type. Let's see the same thing for float and decimal and double. Now you go to the program, you say double. Okay. Under which you go and say double dot maximum value. Double dot max value. Copy this, paste it. And you can say here float. Okay. Then you go here, get the float. FLOAT. Okay, get the maximum of float value and get the maximum of float value. And you can say here decimal. Okay, decimal dot maximum value, decimal dot maximum value in 32 you're going to change. Now you remove this. These are all decimal values. Okay, so what are the things we are seeing? Double, float, decimal. Let's run the program. See the maximum value and minimum value of double.
Yeah.
The double maximum value is 1.7 plus or minus. The float maximum value is 3.4 maximum float value. What is your decimal value? It will be minus lakhs and lakhs, right? So this is how the maximum values will be used. So 80% people will use double or float.
Float.
Worst case, they will use the decimal. So do you understand what is the decimal value?
Yes, sir.
Now you copy the code. Copy the code. I'm going to paste it. What is your next topic? Third topic, character. Okay, let's see what is the character. Now I'm going to use char and I'm going to say char minimum value, my char maximum value. I'm removing this two because I don't require. Right click, run the program. See, in the keyboard, you see there is a question mark. That is your list, maximum value. In the keyboard, you see a question mark.
Yes.
That is your maximum value. In the keyboard, you see a null space bar. That is your minimum value. Are you got my point? That is how it is representing. Character means single letter. It's not a word. Got my point? So
Yes,
that
sir.
is how the character will comes into picture.
Okay.
So what are the other data types you can have? You can have date time data type. You can have date time data type. So I'm going to use one more data type called date time. Okay. In the date time, let's see how to play with the date time. Now you go and say date and time. Now you go and come here. You say date time dot min value. I don't think it will be required. It will be available. Yeah, it is there. Let's see what is the value it is coming. I'm seeing the first time. Date time. I never used this. Let's see. So this is your maximum value and this is your minimum value. You see, your maximum value is 999 years. Got it?
Yeah.
Your minimum value is 0001. I got my point. So the date time will be maintained like this. And sir, I want to get only date. What should I do? Console.write line, display date alone. Display date alone is 0, comma, date time dot, now dot, to date. Short date string. You can see short date string. Got ma? Preeti?
Yes, sir.
I'm putting simply a short date string. Now you see here, when I run it, what is the current date today?
29. Yeah.
Am I right? Do you
Yes.
get a time? Do you
No,
get a
here,
time?
no,
No,
here just only
because we are using only the current date.
current
Instead
date.
of that, current time you want to add. So what do you need to do? Current time alone is display time alone is. What you will do? Time, get time of day is a
So,
property.
sorry, sir, sorry for disturbing. In that na date time line na here now dot to short date string it will be displayed.
Now is nothing but current time, current date
Okay.
and time.
Yes.
See, if you see here, what they're saying,
No.
get the date time object that is set to the current date and time on the computer, expressed as local time. Got my point?
Yeah.
It will read the current time which are available here. You see, this is the time it is going to read from your computer. Okay. Now I got the now time of day. So I'm going to print it. You see, I got only the time.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
I got the date, I got the time. So this is how you need to act. I
And
want
in
to, yeah.
hello. Now dot to short date string means it will be show only.
See, it will be show only current date.
Okay.
If you use long dates, long means it will show both time, date and time.
Okay.
You see here. Too long date string. What will happen? We'll see. It is a method actually. Okay, let's see what will happen.
Yeah.
See, this is how it is. Okay. It is
Okay.
printing
It will
the
take
month.
a month. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, like that you need to add. Even you can add one day also on top of it. So what basically you do is add one day. So what you need to do, instead of using now, simply say add day and say 2 days. So what is your 2 days? Today is 29.
Yeah.
So May 1st will be your display date. Now you see. See, 1st May. Because I
Yeah.
added 2 days.
2 days.
If I add 2 hours,
Mhm.
if I add 2 hours, what will happen?
Timing add to 2 hours, right?
For example, if I use 2 hours, so now it is 10. It show you 12.
12.
You see here, add hours. Like that, you can play with the date and time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see, time is changed or not?
Yes. Yes. 12.
2 hours
Yeah.
has been changed. Like that, you can add month, you can add year, you can add everything. You have method called add month, add year. Now, if you go and see, you can add month. You see, there is a month.
Yes.
The number of months you are adding. For example, you are putting like this and say 12 months. Add 12 months. Now, what could be your next year, same date, right? When you make, you see, it will be 25. You see,
25, right?
25th April 29. Because you are added
12.
12 months.
12
Got my
months.
point? So
Yeah.
this is how you need to play.
Yes.
Got my point? So
Yes.
this is called date time data type.
Mm-hmm.
Copy this, paste. Okay?
Yeah.
Save. So maximum data types are covered. Now tomorrow we are going to talk about control flow structures. Clear?
Okay.
And I will give you this notes materials also. Don't worry.
Yes, sir. So please add this today only in Drive.
Come again?
Can you upload these notes in today only?
Yes, yes, I will do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
all.
Thank
We'll
you,
meet
sir.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Preeti, try to come to office so that you will have one-to-one session, if it are possible. Where are you in Hyderabad?